Making a yes,
that's exactly what they're doing. They're
vandalizing, trying to break things.
Trying to take.
Now you're breaking the law. We see that clearly.
Smash and grab here at the Rite Aid store.
Yeah. Can you zoom in tighter here, Roy?
That's exactly what's happening here.
Could you have your photographer zoom in tighter?
It's probably about 50 of them.
They may be as tight as they can get because you can't get too close to the
That are working. They're trying to bust the windows out. I don't know if that Rite Aid is open or closed. My gut feeling is that they probably shut down. But I can tell you the city police helicopters over top of that, monitoring that, and they're starting to work from that Rite Aid store now. Again, was found towards,
Okay, Karen,
I guess further towards the Western District.
Roy, we're going to continue to watch this video. We'll check back with you in a second if anything happens. But right now we're going to go to 11 News reporter Karen Campbell. She's by phone. And I know, Karen, you've got an update on the Orioles game?
Yes, well, as of this time, I am told that the game is expected to go on as planned. I am standing outside of the Utah Street entrance, and there was an officer that came up to me and said that they are in the process of closing all of the gates. Now, I was told about a minute ago.
And now here we are 2 days later, you have the same situation.
That's the very same thing.
Yeah, it looks like they're trying to make their way down there, but so far, not large numbers downtown on Canton.
Well, let's find out from Jane Miller. She's at the Inner Harbor right now. Jane, anything going on down there?
No, Donna, you can see behind me that they just doubled their size of the officers that are clad in riot gear. Well, really like protective gear, I would call it, with the shields. They do have their shields with them. And which you can't see, but on the other side of these booths right here, the Baltimore Department of Police boat has come in here, too. Here comes an officer on a bike as well. I know that when I saw the barricade that the police had set up at Utah and Saratoga about 10 minutes ago, as a large group of the young folks was starting to come down, I guess it was Cathedral Street is where I saw them, but I haven't seen that group since. I don't know. I know that down here they're preparing for this to be a destination. An awful lot of businesses closed down early. Downtown is really emptied out. There's very little traffic, and very few people on the street. I have had a couple of young guys come up here and say, "Are they headed here? Are they headed here?" So this spread through social media, and what the plan is anybody's guess for the folks who are still the folks who are still headed this way.
It's interesting to talk about social media. Most young people are so in tune to social media, and a lot of the word of what was they wanted to happen, where it was going to happen, took place on social media, from what I understand.
There were some flyers distributed, too, I believe. This was a planned day at 3 o'clock. Some sources of mine that are in law enforcement, they were really preparing earlier in the day. I think that what happened at Mondama was probably beyond their expectation. But this is obviously a very challenging situation because the city of Baltimore is not small. It's not a small town. And you have a lot of ways in and out of downtown. And, obviously if you're on foot, there are lots of ways to get down here. So.
Sure. I mentioned on the air about an hour ago that we saw primarily the vast majority of these people who were throwing things and starting things on fire were young people. We could see that they were wearing school uniforms. We could see that many of them were wearing backpacks, and so I assumed that a lot of them were students. And I put out the call for parents out there. Be proactive, call your children, tell them it's time to come home. And now we're getting the same message that the Baltimore City Police Department would like the same. They want parents to use that social media, call their kids, it's time to come home. We don't want you to get hurt. The only thing that's going to happen if you stay out there and continue to do this is somebody is going to get hurt. Nobody wants you to get hurt. It's time to come home. Trying to hammer that message home. It's time to be proactive. Get your kids to come home.
Yeah, what you're looking at here is these are vans from the Sheriff's Department, which are just getting in place. On Saturday night when I was down here, this was a real hot spot of the demonstrators that shut down the intersection, and then a group of young guys that came running down Pratt Street and started trying to break through the glass at the gallery. This is where some of that destruction of property was. You can see they're probably going to be clad in their protective gear as well. These are employees of the Baltimore City Sheriff's Department. And that's exactly what they're doing. They're taking a position on that corner because this is really the heart of downtown. And, they want to be prepared for whatever they might be the plan of the group that is, I guess, headed this way. I don't know. Well, I guess there's more coming across the street though as well to the Inner Harbor, which are going to walk in the frame here in a second, I believe.
You know,
Yeah,
what's
that's
sad,
exactly
too,
right.
is
These
that-
are reinforcements.
Yeah, when you look at the CVS being looted, that's a very important store to that area, North Avenue.
CVS is like a lot of these, these aren't drugstores
so
anymore. They're
important.
drugstores plus. They are little department
absolutely.
stores in these neighborhoods.
So
And in
to
some
ruin it-
neighborhoods, Donna, you and I both know that in some neighborhoods, that's the main business.
That is the main business.
Is
So
the
when you
CVS
lose
and
it
these
and
other
ruin it,
pharmacies. That's correct.
CVS thinks, well, do we even want to have a business here?
There you go.
And the city has worked.
Go home.
City has
Oh,
worked
they got
very
into the
hard to
pawn
attract
shop.
This kind of business. Yes.
That's a tragedy.
You know that's where they
And
want
I'll
to go.
tell you that,
That's where the money
talks
at.
about trying to
Oh, they gonna
grocery
steal all them
stores, et
items.
cetera, and
Right.
this is not a good
Not helpful.
Jane, we want to go
image for that.
We want to go Caparera now because it looks like they're trying to make.
Oh, I thought it was a pawn shop on
This
that.
is,
Oh, you know they trying to get in there.
all right, just to let you guys know, at North and Pensy, where they originally looted the CVS, now they're trying to bust into a bank, as you can see, and some other stores. This
Nigga said,
would
fuck
be
that.
the northwest corner of Pennsylvania Avenue.
Man, I'm about to go down there and get some cash.
And now, the police are in the process of trying to work their way down here to start pushing these people out, but right now you can see, I'd say at least 100, 150 people in the area of North and Pensy where they're in the process of looting more stores, breaking out the windows. We just heard them talking about the bank that they were just trying to get into. And I'm not quite sure because I can't really look at the monitor
I don't see it.
by the aircraft with the other helicopters that are out here. I got
But it's a pay bills, debit cards, checks, cash type of place.
Yeah, but and the problem with that, now you move from vandalism into robbery. If you're trying to break into a bank and trying to steal money, now you look at it robbery.
Can you tell if they've actually busted through there yet? Or
Yes,
gotten inside?
yes, oh yes, they've definitely gotten inside, Captain Roy.
Okay.
They're inside.
It looks like they're all exiting now. I don't know if that's because they've been confronted by armed guards on the inside, or
I doubt it.
Coming
I
out,
doubt anybody
they're
else.
coming out fast.
it appears to me that there's probably somebody armed in there that's sending them on their way. I'm going to make that assumption.
Yeah,
That's an assumption on my part. Don't know for a fact.
I can tell you one thing, nobody's going in.
That's for sure.
And everybody came out.
That's for sure.
So something happened in there that
It
got
looks like
there.
they busted out the windows to get out. Oh, there they go back in again.
I don't know what's happening here. That's a very,
just a minute,
very
just a
dangerous situation.
All right.
Very
Extremely
dangerous.
volatile, extremely dangerous.
Yeah.
Right now we're going to check back in with Barry Sims, where really all of this trouble began this afternoon, close to Mondawmin Mall. And where are you, Barry?
He got a bag.
Wait. Before we
Oh, wait,
go away,
okay.
before we go, Captain Roy, that looks like a money bag. The young man in the sweatshirt and the tan pants, that looks like a money bag that he just brought out of that
Right.
white satchel, typically used for transporting funds. You see armored cars pulling him out of the armored car, taking him in. Not that one there. There's somebody that came out of that bank with what they call a white satchel bag. All right, I could be wrong. I could be wrong, but
And if they were, they're probably long gone.
well, they briskly walked away.
Yes.
Came out with the bag.
Barry Sims, what's going on where you are? And where are you?
I be like, yo, you got that bag of money.
Correct, Mike.
Get him.
We're waiting for
All right, right now we have the vehicles, some with say trooper vehicles coming in, license plates for them.
Hey, Barry, if you could turn your mic on, that would be helpful. We think it's off. We're hearing you a little bit, but not very much. Something about state troopers. But again, this was a store that was just vandalized and looted just a few minutes ago.
It's very interesting how
People
quickly
and mount, they're
how
gone.
quickly they went in and how even quicker they came out. Yeah.
They're moving in.
Yeah, plug it back up because when you're in Ryan's situation, you got to do it.
No, they wanted to shotgun off so I could talk.
Okay.
It's Barry, can you hear me?
And we can barely hear you, Barry. You're very low. Is your mic on?
You can barely hear me?
Now, okay,
Now we
got you down there.
Fairly low, is that better?
That's good.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Much better. All right. As you can see, right now we're showing you officers getting into vehicles. Just a little while ago, we had state police move down in their vehicles. Right now, we can see officers with in their tactical gear. They are loading up in vans right now, and not exactly sure if they're moving down the road here on Reisterstown Road or if they are leaving the area, because at this point it has calmed down significantly from what it was starting around 3 o'clock this afternoon. There are officers who have been injured. We know that the intersection here is full of debris from rocks and from bricks and from bottles that have been thrown. Right now we still have more police activity as they try to move through. The state police actually did go down Reisterstown Road. Not exactly sure where they went. And again, we're not sure if these officers are moving down toward down the road or if they are actually leaving at this point. We're waiting to see. I can tell you that we're in the middle of what it seemed like two different fires, one at opposite ends, and there was we could see the smoke, and we could see that on both ends. The police did stay here, though. In this area, they maintained a heavy presence, and I can look over at Monroe Street right now. Monroe and Gwynns Falls police are still maintaining a line at that intersection, and they also are. Again, it looks like they are leaving from at least this location and feeling like at this point that they have a lot of it under control. As you can see, there are officers who are still standing outside of vehicles.
Near Mondawmin Mall off Monroe Street in Gwynns Falls, and from what we could see, the pictures we had from there, it appeared there were more police officers at that location than there were troublemakers.
And it looks like we've got another car fire here at, and I'm not sure where are you now, Roy?
This is just north of Mondawmin Mall, where they've set another car on fire. You can see some of the, I guess, individuals that are involved in this that have been running around. We just saw them. This car just burst into flames. And I don't believe this to be a police car. I believe this to be a civilian car, which would be 1 block north of the mall. It would be just to the west of Reisterstown Road and just to the east of Liberty Heights. So it looks like they're just starting to work out the neighborhoods, and as they decide, to destroy property, that's exactly what we're doing. We see a contingency about maybe 50 or 60 individuals that are that were watching what's being burned, but I don't think the fire department's going to be responding anywhere near this area because it's just not safe. As they try to get here to put these cars out, they end up being attacked.
Roy, does it appear to you that from where the action was concentrated really very close to Mondawmin, it's now people are scattering out and causing trouble out in the neighborhood?
Exactly. You hit the nail on the head. You got large groups of people in some areas, like north of Pensy, where they've just been going from store to store there.
Right.
And then you got spurts of groups, 50, 60 that have gone to other neighborhoods and just set cars on fire, destroyed property. You saw them destroying that checkered cab. You saw them bust into some of the businesses, breaking out windows. And like I said, when we first came on board with this, we actually saw them do a hit and run at the 7-Eleven store at Liberty Heights. So it's now ongoing. I don't want to say it's as bad as it was in the 60s, but it's a heck of a lot worse than it was Saturday night.
Yes, it definitely is.
Yeah.
We didn't see any of this kind of thing.
Yeah, 100% correct on that. I have to tell you, personally, I'm troubled by the use of the word riot. For those of us who are old enough to remember real riots across America, including here in Baltimore, this is nothing compared to those riots. Let's make that perfectly clear. But from a linguistics point of view, from a law enforcement point of view, they put terminology on things because they have to respond in kind. But no, nothing compared to. There you go. Nothing compared to the riots back in the 60s,
Well, it is some
80s out in Los Angeles.
Some riot-like behavior, but to call this
that would be a great way to
riot,
term it. Yeah,
perhaps
by a
is
very, very small
extreme use of
percentage
that
of
word.
people who are really concerned. The major issue here is getting some answers in the Freddie Gray case, and vast majority of people, 99%
And
of
this
them,
is
have been
just
doing
a
it the right way.
distraction. As we can see, Carrie Campbell standing by here live for us at Camden Yards. And what's the latest from there now, Karen?
Well, what's going on here is that police, you can see behind me, they are in riot gear. They are getting prepared for what's expected to come here. Now, I spoke with an officer earlier, and he had said that, you know, he heard from other officers who were down near Mondawmin Mall, people in the crowd, rioters, saying that they were expected to come downtown toward Camden Yards. That's why you see these officers getting ready in riot gear. You see them pointing down the road there because they're, as you can see, the police lights coming this way. We're not sure what that is right now. We're not sure. I don't see anyone walking in the streets or any rioters right now, but we were told that these rioters were along West Pratt Street. Now, again, here I'm at the Utah Street entrance, and police tell me that they have started to close some of the gates to Camden Yards. Now, this entrance, Utah Street, they were asking people if they're going to the game to hurry up and get inside. I actually saw a couple of families with some pretty young kids, maybe 2-3 years old, coming to the game. So again, there are still people expected to come see an Orioles game tonight. I have not heard at this point if this game will continue or if it will be canceled. Again, I just want to mention that people are still coming to this game. You see two people walking through the gate right there, and police are standing by, again, in their riot gear, getting ready because these rioters, they expect them to come to this area. But again, right now, we haven't seen any activity in this area. And here are 4 more people coming into the gate here. And it appears as though, yeah, I'm starting to hear more sirens in this area, so I'm not sure what to expect right now. Again, I don't see any activity of rioters coming in this area. But again, I have heard lots of sirens surrounding this area. So again, we are live in front of the North Utah Street Station, and I'll keep you updated if anything else happens here.
Yeah. Karen, quick question for you. Have you seen any fans going in thus far? Game time tonight, 7:05. You're talking about roughly an hour and 15 minutes before the first pitch. A lot of fans generally would start to make their way in there by now.
Yeah, we just saw some walk in.
Not many.